That's much better.
Let's see if it shows up here.
I don't know if I can stay like that. I could play like that all night. I can hang my feet on the piano over here. So I'm supposed to be in Honduras right now, but they are having trouble and turmoil, and so Father Chris and I and our team, we had to cancel going down there, hopefully to go later on. And are we getting a lot of people coming in?
Yeah, we are. We fixed it.
We got it fixed, or you think? What do you think?
I think we're good.
Well,
give it a few minutes.
I'm going to give it a few more minutes. I'll tell you the story of this song anyway. And my buddy Buzzard's over here, and Stella's got a little buzzard in her room named Buzzy. That's her favorite stuffed animal she got from me. And at show and tell, everybody else brought their little kitties and doggies and babies. She brought her buzzards, just like her old Daddy Buzzard. But this song, it's an old recovery kind of song, actually. And these guys would talk about the buzzard sitting on their headboard when they wake up in the morning. And as I got older later in life and things got kind of out of control on the road for me, I knew exactly what it was to see those buzzards looking down, man. They're not there anymore, thank goodness, but I'm sure it could happen again. So I kind of borrowed this song, but I love it, and my daughter loves it, and Mike and Kim and Liliana and Catherine down in Honduras say hey to you guys. I know y'all are listening. Mike gets mad at me. He said that they want him to play the song every morning when they brush their teeth. I said, well, at least it gets them to brush their teeth. So got out Goldie tonight. Tommy Crain is here, and we're rolling along. So I'm ready. We got the incense going on in here. Kind of like back at Mom and Daddy Crain's house in the 60s. We were up there in the closet, me and my brother, doing things that we probably shouldn't be doing, but we did them anyway. Everybody always said, stay away from them Crain boys, they'll get you in trouble. So everybody I guess is back from the Southern Rock Cruise. Any of y'all on there that had a great time? And let's see, everybody's rolling up here. I want to see who's on here.
John Rickard.
Tony, Ronnie Pauls, Key Mark. Tony Bullard is watching from Life Point. Sarah Bounds Anderson. John Rickard. Nice. Cindy Lee Hutchison. I got something that Cindy Lee gave me. I keep this in my studio. It says Family Matters. And Cindy Lee painted that for me. Got all kinds of good things in here. Snowbird, here we go, Mike Lee. You're left-handed now. Very impressive. Ha ha ha! They can do modern great things with medicine these days. Although they couldn't replace my brain cells like my wife wanted them to when I had brain surgery 20 years ago. Myrtle Beach, nice, Barry. Hey, Barry, how you doing? Bring them on camera. Who, the buzzards? Air loading here. Bob Bolin, Preston Presley, Stephanie Corlew Paris. Hi, Stephanie. I talked to your brother today. Susan Mathias, Rusty Bud, Jack Saunders Jr. Jack, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Judas Bugby, Alan Brower. Man, I tell you what, thanks, Sarah Jane Tinker. Thank y'all for so much for coming out tonight and spending this night with me. It was a little nerve-wracking getting ready for this thing because Jack Galak, hey Jack, what are you doing? Because my memory's getting so bad. And I don't even smoke pot anymore. I don't know why it's getting bad. What's going on? I think I'm just getting old. Don't call me Grandpa. Whatever you do, you can't call me Grandpa until April, till that little boy is born. His name's going to be Jude Thomas Crain. Another J.T. Crain in the family, which is awesome. So, but don't call me Grandpa yet, and don't even think about calling me Great-Grandpa, because I'll sick Stella on you. So I think I'm going to move on here. Look, see what I got in my magic lyric sheets that I have to keep in front of me. Drop it down. I'll tell you a great story about this one. This was the first single off of Hard Places. As a matter of fact, it's still on the charts in its 64th week, and it's at number 37. It made it all the way up to 38, originally fell back all the way to 110, went back all the way to number 11, and now it's on the way out because the new single's out. Hard Places is still, it moved from 11 or 12 to 11 this week, or 13 to 12, that's it. And the new single, I Like Broken Things, today jumped from 161 to 130. So I got 3 songs on the charts right now, which is, I feel so honored. Thank you, God, and thank you, all you people. But I'm going to do Cold Feet. And when this came out and it hit top 40, Father Ray over at our church at St. Patrick's was so excited. And he got up after 11 o'clock Mass, and he does his announcements then and everything. And he got up and he said, I want everybody to congratulate Billy Crain for having his first top 40 single as an artist. And I was like, yay, yay, yay. Well, I didn't know this, but we get down to Honduras. Last year we went on a mission trip down there, and I'm tinkering around a guitar, and I start playing Cold Feet. And about halfway through the song, he gets this really funny look on his face, and I stopped playing it, and I said, what? He said, Billy, you didn't tell me this song was about wanting to have sex with your wife. And I just looked at him and said, well, you should have listened to it in the first place. I watch you bend and stretch in your little sundress. Can't you give the garden song about neuropathy. I got this weird thing called neuropathy when I came off the road in 2013. My feet hurt. The doctor said, well, you got neuropathy. Usually diabetics, I think, get it, but... and occasionally you will hear some mumbling out of me when I'm singing, because I just start mumbling. I think it just comes with the territory. So, too many of those nights out with Monty Yoho, it's all his fault. Let's see here, who we got rolling in now? Gary Serkin, Chris Gendron, Jimmy Popesky. Bring them on camera. How do you bring them? Oh, you add them. Is that what you do?
Who?
It says if you want to bring them on camera, here's an add button.
Oh, you don't want to do that.
Jane Townsend Shepherd. Susie Martin. Hi, Susie. Yeah, I always blame Monty. Jeff Haney. Jeff, how are you tonight? Pete Warnowski. Good to see you. It's good to be playing Tommy's guitar, I tell you what. Dave Fullerton. Kevin McCoy, of course. Sarah Bounds Anderson, my friend in Knoxville, Tennessee, that I've known, gosh, forever, since when Tommy and I were back in Flat Creek together. Wish OTC was here. Love you too, Jane. Thank you so much for being here. Nicole Blizzard Tarplay, our buddies from church, and our kids are friends, and all that. Stu Russell, hey Stu. Mark Stovall, Susie Martin again. Question mark and the Mysterians was here too. Oh, nice. Hey, Jake. I was just telling my friend about you and your badass guitar playing. Let's see. What did Jake say? He said my video was it not showing up? It's probably not be getting down low enough. I'll move back a little bit here. I wish I could see. I just got new glasses Monday. They're those frameless kind, wireless kinds here. I still can't see very good. And Stella will be the first one to tell me that. All right. Let's see. We'll move on to hard places, I think. So, I'm putting together a band. I'm sure a lot of you know. And who is in the band is going to be Travis Gearhart, who is the front of house guy for the Outlaws and a great bass player. And we got, I'm completely blanking out here. Trey Robbins is playing drums, Dave Robbins' son. He does monitors for the Outlaws. He's a great drummer. And of course, the one and only Henry Ignacio Paul IV is going to be the other guitar player. And he's going to sing some stuff too. And we're starting rehearsing next week. I can't wait. We hopefully will be announcing some dates soon, and hopefully some things are going to work out. We're going to get to work with certain people and stuff, but I can't say that yet. And plus, we got to make sure it's all going to work. But I'm really looking forward to playing with a band. My band right now is an Apple computer with a strange man looking at it with a Def Leppard shirt. And you might have noticed if you've been on Spotify, it shows you all your stuff that you listened to lately. Well, the other night, Chris and I had a jam session, but we went through Bon Jovi, Def Leppard, AC/DC, Tom Petty, and I think there was even a real weird one. But now I got all those bands all over Spotify, and it makes me look pretty strange. But although it is great music, golly, I can't imagine it. But we had fun. We just got in here the other night and became rock stars for an hour. The last time we tried to do it, the wives were inside and they came in and broke us up. So this time we made the wives stay at home and we came out here and we had fun ourselves. Okay, I'm going to move on to the title cut of the last record, Hard Places. A lot of y'all know the story of Hard Places, a term used by the therapeutic community. It's about kids born with FASD, neonatal abstinence syndrome, drug stuff, difficult pregnancies. There's a whole list of things that affects these children neurologically. And we had the pleasure, it was through Chris, Father Chris introduced us to Chris Trout out at the Papillon Center in Gallatin. And we got to take the kids out there, and and we learned all about this stuff. We have two young adopted kids, Dallas and Stella, and who have this syndrome, or whatever you want to call it. And getting to meet with Chris and Trout, and with Chris Finley too, we learned so much about it at an early age. Lots of times people don't find out till later in life, and we were blessed to find out about this. So Sandy and I wrote this song especially for the kids. First verse is about Stella, and the second verse is about Dallas, and it's about being from hard places. Got a tune. That's one thing about my brother. He would never did like strobe tuners. He always liked tuning by ear. I mean, he always did with Charlie and stuff, you know. They had Roger and them over there tuning. But when I played with him, he tuned by ear. And by golly, whatever pitch he had, it was the right one. So now I got his guitar in tune. And I think this, when I researched this, Roger and I, Campbell and I had many discussions. This turned out, I got it over there on the board. It's an 82, I think, from the serial number. Roger said that him and Tommy went over to the factory, and Tommy picked this one out. You would think it was a 54 or 57 the way it looks. Tommy had that kind of sweat, man, that would just melt things. But I love the way it looks. It's just an awesome guitar. And now I'm going to move into the dangerous territory, which is the new stuff, which I've been working on and getting better at it. And we'll be playing when we come out on tour. We'll have to get a band name. Y'all think of some band names for us. I mean, I don't want to be the Billy Crain Band. Come on. Let's be something cool.
Grandpa and the Buzzards.
Grandpa and the Buzzards. That's it. You're fired. Grandpa. The old grandpas. Oh, Chris and I were talking earlier. Chris has this great podcast called Revolution 4:8. 4:8 is from Philippians, right, Chris?
4:8.
And he puts it out once a week. It's really, really good stuff. And he's got one tomorrow on the Bible. And it's kind of on the same relation as this next song that I wrote for this new record called The Bible and the Gun. I like them both. They can both be used in great ways, and they can both be used in horrible ways. I've seen scriptures thrown out at people and just slay somebody and absolutely kill them, run them off from church. And of course, we know what guns can do. I love guns. I have guns. But I know, too, how dangerous they can be. And I'll tell you a good story. Y'all remember when I used to talk about Rooster Boy? And who's long ago moved away. But back when he was still there and he would have his huge bonfires, they were over there shooting their guns off one night, bang, 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 and like crazy. And I got so mad. And I went and I grabbed my .380 in my hand and said, I'm going to go over there and show them a lesson. I got about all the way up to the fence line. I saw all these guys and women out there with guns hooting and hollering around the fire. And I just kind of turned around and went back. Because if anybody was going to get shot, it was going to be me. And it was probably going to be me that shot myself. And I'd still end up going to jail. So I learned a good lesson. But the Bible and the gun, they're both important. They definitely are. So, and I'm rambling again. Let's do this thing. Right through. It's righteous anger. I have a MacBook Pro. Can't get it. Huh? I have an iPhone and mine's working fine. Tito Sionas love it. Susie Mark, dear, please call, send me 100,000% of your talent. Well, back in biblical days, a talent would be worth lots of money. Damn, sounds awesome, Billy. Thank you, Jane. Stu said that was awesome. Scott Calton says, great playing, songwriting, and tone. Elsie Nab, my old friend, my iPhone is working now. Brian Gridley is watching. Bring them on camera. Mark Herndon, oh no! Don't get a plane with him. Ed Rowland, we enjoy this. Thanks. That Susie, I got no money, just admiration. There's Mark again. I got some good stories about Mark and I, but I don't think I better tell them on here. Mark Stovall says, great music. Roger Dale Snyder, hey, Roger Dale.
How old were you when you first started playing?
How old when I was first started playing? I started playing in the womb. Now, I saw a thing in Facebook the other day. It had a embryo with a guitar. I was 8, and I'll tell you the story. I'll come back over here and tell you the story how I ended up playing. Tommy got a guitar first. He was 10 or 11, and he got a guitar, an acoustic guitar. Man, I was so jealous. He would not let me play it. Wouldn't let me. Well, finally the day he left and went somewhere with his friends, and Billy Boy got to go over there and get on that acoustic guitar, and I was banging away. Pop! I popped the string on that thing. Well, I'm sweating it out. I've broken the guitar. He's going to kick my you-know-what. What am I going to do now? I'm going to hide under the bed. Well, he came home, and he saw it, and he knew, the deal. But he let me stay under there for 3 hours, sweating out. He finally came in and looked under the bed, and he goes, hey, Billy, you can come out now. You didn't break the guitar, you just busted a string. And that was my introduction to TC's School of Rock. Of course, it all from there, he taught me how to play. My first thing was...
Alright, more questions. What year is that guitar?
What year's the guitar?
Yeah, that was one question.
Oh, okay. We went through that, right? It's an 82. I'll tell you exactly. It is a 1981. I was wrong. It's a 1981 Les Paul Gold Top.
One more question. What was your first gig?
My first gig was I came in 3rd place in the 3rd grade in the Palmer Elementary School talent show. I played banjo, and I played a song called Tijuana Jail. And when I came in and played it, it was actually 4th grade, I think. And Miss Heater, I think, was our teacher. And she said, Bill, you're good, but you need some help. So she brought 4 other boys in there, Bo Crawford and 3 other guys. But we came in 3rd place in the talent show. I got rid of my banjo, and Beatles came out, and the rest was history. Got any more?
That was it.
That was it. That's all the questions we got. Class dismissed. All right.
Skin and Bones.
We're going to get heavy now. We're going to get real heavy. This song is called Skin and Bones. It's a autobiography of me when I came off the road in 2013 and left the Outlaws. I probably owe the fans and more people amends than I could ever make for just stepping out the way I did. But what had happened was in this 2-year span, you can remember my brother died on January 13th of 2011, and then we went through, my wife got cancer, skin cancer that year, breast cancer, and it almost took her out. Then band got sued, lost a couple of horses to death. Dallas came the first week that Tommy was gone. He came on the night of Tommy's memorial. Stella came the next year, and all this time and all this stress was just adding up. Then the following year in 2013, remember my mother died in February, and 4 weeks later my father died. I was okay after Mom died, but after Dad died, I was gone. That 2-year period after Tommy had died, I had a bad cough coming back from Haiti, which turned into all kinds of other pain problems, bad back, tutu, to ruptured vertebrae, and I just had tons of pain problems. So I'm out there trying to do the Billy Crain, jump around and jump off the stuff and get on my knees, you know, that people are used to, and the pain's pretty bad, so I get on the pain medication. And that, it just got worse and worse and worse. And if you remember, in 2013, those who saw me, how thin I was down to 129 pounds. I'm at 155 now. And if you really want a shocking thing, go back and look at the Outlaws in Leesburg, Florida in 2013. There's a pretty good solo intro. And look at my arms and look at my face and tell me if you don't see death there. Because everybody around me thought I was dying, including myself. I told goodbye to my kids in December of that year, right before Christmas. And so, I know what it was. It was in June. I see a good Christian psychiatrist, and I was in there. He was looking at me and talking to me, and he said, "You're dying." I said, "Well, yeah, probably so." And he said, "I want you to do something." I said, "What, doctor?" He said, "I want you to get off the road right now." I said, "I can't get off the road right now. I'm getting ready to get on the bus and go out of town. I can't do these guys. You got to give me more time." He said, "I'll tell you what, I'll give you a month." So I go from there over, to meet with Father Ray, my spiritual advisor. And I'm talking and telling him this whole story. And he stood up and he said, "You!" I said, "What?" He said, "You are disobeying God's will." I said, "Really, Father Ray?" I told him I'd get off a month. He goes, "No, I want you to make the phone call right now. And I'm going to stand here until you do it." And I had to call Henry and tell him. And Henry was so cool, man. He understood. They all understood. They knew I was dying. And Father Ray just sat me down and he said, "Billy, this is God telling you to get off the road. Get your life back." And he was right. I started exercising after that and got my back strong. The pain went away. I got off the pain pills. That was 4.5 years ago. And God's been with me every step of the way now. And, sometimes I don't know what God's will is, but it takes somebody else to tell me at these certain times. But, I want to apologize to anybody that I hurt or I let down, had tickets to the show. You guys saved my life by letting me go. And I'm alive to do this today, and I would be dead. I guarantee you I would be dead. Every night Stella asks me, she's so scared, because I'm old. She did say, "How old are you, Daddy?" I said, 63. She said, "You're older than Santa Claus." But she asked me every night, "Daddy, are you going to die?" I said, "No, honey. You know what my job is on this earth?" And she said, "What?" I said, "I thought it was to play guitar for a long time, but God put me on this earth to take care of you. So I'm going to be around as God will let me be." And it gives her comfort, so at least for a little while. Then she worries about the bad guys coming under the bed, so. But this song, it's Skin and Bones, I know it was a long story, is about that experience of what I went through. And so I'd like to play it for you. Swaying like a tree when the wind blows, I'm a scarecrow flapping in the breeze. There's no life in the graveyard. Fake flowers, broken angels' wings when the morning dove sings. I'm nothing but a We still got everybody out there?
Yep.
I still see all the good stuff. Yeah, we still got some time. Wow, golly. I better get on it. Alright, the new single is out called I Like Broken Things. I wrote it with my wife Sandy. She's my favorite writer. She takes no BS out of me. She knows, well, she was my song plugger for years on Music Row. So she'll know a bad lyric and she will call me on it. And so we wrote this song called I Like Broken Things, and especially the last verse that she came up on is just phenomenal. It's the new single. It's at number 130 right now. On the FMQB charts, Billboard charts, top charts, R&R middle charts. FMQB is the one under that. It's a smaller radio station. It's the college stations, the public broadcast, and all the smaller pop and station, Americana and stuff. It's a conglomerate. So it's still a pretty cool thing to do and to have. Well, you guys know that I'm 63. I get to be up there with Tony Bennett and the old guys, which there's not too many of us, but all right, I'm going to do new singles called I Like Broken Things. clankers there, but clankers are clankers. And I'm gonna start moving quickly here. I think we're gonna jump past
What was yours and Tommy's favorite song to sing together?
our favorite song to sing together. Man. You know, I didn't sing any back then when TC, he did all the singing, so I know when we would get together, when we were in a band together, we did Ramblin' Man. And I got to sing it, man. TC would get so excited, and it was so much fun. But yeah, that was it. And my favorite song of singing of Tommy's is, of course, A Lonesome Boy from Dixie. What a great song. Okay, you got Skydog queued up there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this one here means a lot to me. I wrote it years ago and just never finished it out until the second brother died. And I finished it up and put it on this CD, and I absolutely love it. It's called Skydog. Hearted woman will set me free. I thought love was everywhere. Skydog, play on and let the Gibson sing. Hit the note and let the bell tones ring. I know you had to go, but your timing seemed so wrong. An angel wanted to hear Skydog. Wayne and Baby grow together again, standing side by side. guys taught me a lot about life and about music. We're getting down to the end of it here, and I wanted to do this one for my wife. I wrote it for, it was about her favorite horse, Sugar, last year, who died at 25 years old. She had him for 18 years, I think. And greatest horse in the world, so loved kids and took care of my wife. I don't know how many times she showed, and he passed away, and we buried him back here, and I've got pictures of him walking away, and I meant to bring them to show you too. They're amazing. But I wrote this song called Velvet Tears, and I'd never seen a horse cry before. We walked out of the house down to the barn about 8:15. He was colicking real bad, and Vet had been by. There was nothing we could do, and we went to say goodbye to him. And the kids and Sandy went back on in, and I stayed for about another 10 or 15 minutes, just rubbing him. And he started crying these great big velvet tears. I've never seen, all the years of being around horses, a horse cry like that. So I wrote a song for my wife called Velvet Tears, and this will be the last song. So, and thank y'all so much for coming and sharing tonight with me. He knows thank y'all so much for coming out tonight. Really, you come out here in your living room or desk or wherever. Thanks for coming and listening to the music. I'll probably be on the computer after I cool down a little bit if y'all want to keep chatting and have more questions and stuff. And I'm going to try to make this kind of a regular thing to come on here and talk with you guys and see what you like and see what you don't like. Thanks everybody for listening. Thanks for Father Chris Finley for getting me through the technology boo-boos this week. And thank you, Jesus, for getting to do this wonderful stuff that I do. Y'all have a good one, and I'll talk to you in a little bit.